sedimentary rocks. And we looked at the clastic ones the other day. So today we're going to finish up with the organic rocks. The first rock I want to show you is called coquina. And you see that coquina is made of tiny little shells. There is a beach in Florida called Coquina Park Beach, and it is covered in all these washed up seashells. It's not the kind of beach that you would want to build a sandcastle or kick your bare feet in, because the shells are very sharp. But you can see that when those shells make layers and get squeezed together, they form this rock. And my students in the past have always said it looks like Rice Krispie treat, like you could eat it, or like granola bar. But it is a rock made of tiny little bits and pieces. Coquina. Can you say that one out loud for me? Coquina. Good, nice job. Okay, our next organic rock, remember organic means it came from something alive. So shells and coal comes from dead plants. We dig it out of the ground in big mines. I showed you that the other day. And then we have to move it. See the picture of all the trains full of coal? It's in West Virginia. And then we send it to power plants. This is Indianapolis. This is on the south side. And it's called the Harding Street plant. And so they would push this coal into a big furnace, and that would spin a generator to make electricity. So for the lights and the projector and the heater, everything we use electricity for, to charge your phone. Now, a few years ago, Indianapolis, because coal is dirty, look at all the smoke coming out of the stack. A few years ago, they stopped burning coal. There is no more coal being burned in Indianapolis. They switched to natural gas. We mentioned fracking the other day. Natural gas is where we get that from shale. But most of Indiana still uses coal. It's just in Indianapolis that they have switched. A very important rock, black carbon-filled coal. All right, the last rock I want to show you, and a lot of times it has fossils in it of seashells. It is called limestone. Limestone comes from the mineral calcite. That's the one that reacts with acid. So this one can bubble and fizz when we put acid on it. It's a carbonate. We use it to build with. We can make walls and bricks. Here you have where we get limestone. Indiana is famous all over the world for our limestone. And I went to college down in Bloomington, and they have quarries all around. A quarry is where they dig out the rock. I'll show you a picture in just a second. There's all these limestone quarries that they are very famous for in southern Indiana. And you go back 50 years or so, and our economy, the money for our state, there was a lot of money that came from limestone to make Indiana the state it is today. There's what a quarry looks like. If you go on Google Maps, you can see these quarries from up above. They're big open areas of the earth that have been opened up like mines. And it's very easy to spot them from Google Maps. Here's a big open quarry, and you see the rock comes out in giant slabs. It's not a rock that crumbles or breaks easy. So it comes out in big pieces that are good for construction, to make buildings and even art. We can carve a lot of art out of limestone. Here are some of the famous buildings that are made with Indiana limestone. So downtown, we have the State House, and all that kind of gray color that you see on the sides is limestone. Baseball in New York, the Yankees, they have a newer stadium, and that whole outside is made from Indiana stone. In Washington, D.C., we have museums. There's the National Holocaust Museum uh, from World War II. And we see this whole outside of this building is made with Indiana stone as well. And here's my favorite one. When it was built, it was the tallest building in the world. It's not anymore, but the Empire State Building in New York City was made out of 10 million stones from Indiana.